Story time. When I was doing my placement in a hospital some years back, there was a time I had to work in the emergency department. My first day there, after the orientation, boom, there was an emergency. While my colleague went to the bedside to, care for the patient, I decided, well, let me go and mix the medication so that it will be quick. When I mixed the drug, I realized I didn't know the exact amount to draw. Now, here's the thing. Though pediatric care was part of what I learned in school, I had convinced myself that, well, it's not part of my specialty, so I wasn't very good at that. I am an adult nurse, so, well, unfortunately for me that day, my manager was standing right there watching me, and my colleagues were waiting for me, the newbie, to get the medication ready. Pressure. So the manager of the department, she could see that I was confused, and then she kept staring. So finally she asked, Monique, how much are you supposed to draw? Out of pressure, I guessed any number and then I told her. You know what she did? She looked straight into my eyes and said, you are dumb. This simple thing you don't know. I was shocked. My whole life, no one had ever used that word on me, because wherever I had been to, I've been told I'm smart, Monique is intelligent. So to be called dumb was very shocking to me. Image of God, dumb? No. I became angry and started thinking of revenge. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that, well, I'm not dumb, as she said, but I was not exercising excellence, intelligence, or let me say fruitfulness in that area. What happened was, I had been in other departments where they had massaged my ego, celebrated my mediocrity, and told me I was good, while ignoring all the areas I was failing at. So yeah, I thought I was good. I came face to face with reality that I wasn't really learning like I ought to. Now, I wasn't going to build a bad reputation for myself in that department because I was slated to stay there for quite long. And looking at the way things were going, my happiness depended on how much I was able to pull results. So here's what I did. That night, I studied like my life depended on it. Well, it did. I downloaded all the pediatric medications that I knew, memorized all the formula, and make sure that it was at my fingertips when I went to work the next day. The following day, I went to work, and guess what happened? Another pediatric emergency happened. It was like my faith was being tested. But this time, my confidence was over the roof. When I started mixing the medication, the manager of the department came to stand right where she stood the following day looking at me. And then she asked again, Monique, how much are you supposed to draw? This time, I calculated it. She looked at me, smiled, and said, good. Whew, relief. I was relieved and excited at the same time. But then as I moved the incidents over in my head when I went to home, I was like, you know what? These people, I'm going to make sure they miss me when I'm gone. I'm going to be the best they've ever had in this department. So that day, I scanned the department, took note of what it is they did at that department, and then zeroed in on one thing that I knew that if I am able to master will make me exceptional. In the emergency department, that was cannulation, the ability to find patients' vein quickly even when they are in a situation that makes it difficult to find it. Even though we are taught in school, it's quite different in emergency situation. So when I went home on that day, I went to watch all the YouTube videos I could find, read all the books on the skills and all the veins that you're supposed to look for. Made sure that I was really, really skilled in that area. Anytime I look back on this incident, I am very grateful that it happened because this incident gave me the blueprint that I now follow whenever I go to any department or any organization when I'm new. I have transitioned quite a number of jobs, moving from my home country to the UK. And every time I enter any organization or a new job, I make sure that I'm following this blueprint. Now, here is what you can learn. Dominance is key. You need to dominate. Every time you go to an organization for the first time, what you need to do is to scan the area to see what skill you can master and become the go-to person for it. Sometimes on your first day, you make some mistakes here and there. That's okay. But make sure that the first day you enter an organization, you are scanning the area to see what skill you can master and become the go-to person. How do you master it? First, you can go home and watch videos. I know you are done with school, but please learn. You can watch some videos, YouTube videos, the University of YouTube. There are so many videos that can help you. Not only that, You need to find someone in that organization and submit yourself to them. Someone in that organization who is breaking barriers. It doesn't matter if they are rude. Find someone in that organization who is at the level that you aspire to be. Just submit yourself to them and learn the skills that they have within the shortest possible time. This is where watching YouTube videos can enhance your knowledge, making sure that you are reading, going to the library, because your first few days in that organization is very critical because you are building a reputation for who you are. And people are going to judge you based on that. In the workplace, it's not we listen, we don't judge. In the workplace, we listen and we judge. We watch and we judge. We look and we gossip about you. So you need to make sure that in your first few days or months in the organization, you are nailing it. The second thing, make sure you are telling the Holy Spirit to help you. I always say this, the advantage of the believer over the unbeliever in the workplace is the fact that the believer has the Holy Spirit with them. Make sure that you are utilizing the presence of the Holy Spirit with you, that you ask Him to show you the things that you need to do. And most importantly, give you clarity on how you should excel. If you are starting a new job as well, and then you are anxious as to whether or not you do well, try this method. And I remember in this instance, by the time I was leaving the department, the manager and I had not only become good friends, but she was telling people who came after me that I was the best she's ever seen. They should come and learn from me. I was like, ooh. So yeah, that's my story. I'm interested to know if you've had a similar experience. Please do share in the comment section with me. Next week, I'm doing a video on how to excel in any organization. This is a series that I'm doing. If you enjoyed today's video, like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. I am Monique and I'm on a mission to build high achievers in this generation. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.